all, I want to say yesterday we signed the lease and we have a new apartment in Petah Tikva, and yay, I'm really excited. And we're gonna figure out everything we need to do before we move. But let's do what I wanted to do today, which is show you how we do warm-up in my Qigong class. So the point of this warm-up is to get the blood flowing through the body, through all your limbs and everywhere. Because I think that's, or the way they explained to me, is part of the reason why we wake up all stiff in the morning, because we lie in the same position and then we wake up, everything is stiff. So we want to kind of wake up the body and you know, lubricate the joints. So we start with rubbing our hands together, and that's to get them to warm up, and we'll use our hand to warm up the rest of our body. So we start with the skull, and we just brush our skull and our hair like this, from the back of your head all the way to the front. And I know it makes me look a little bit like a lion, but that's okay. And then we do the same thing from your forehead all the way back, like so. That's to wake up our skull, and it does feel a little tingly now. So the next thing we do, maybe I'll put the scrunchie in my hair so it's easier to see. The next thing we do, after we do this again, between each exercise we rub our hands again. And then we kind of, you know, just grab our shoulders like this, try to get the blood flowing into them a little bit, and also our neck. And the other side. And I'll try to do a little quicker than I usually do, because you guys can do it for a bit longer each one. I just want to show you everything that I do. Now we move to the chest. We use this part of the hand to rub our chest. All my friends with fibro know, or some of you, hopefully not all of you, that this is an area that gets achy. And it's very weird because it's not an area you usually stretch or exercise, knowingly anyway. So then we move to our hands. Start from the outer part, and rub all the way to the shoulder, and then wipe it out on the inside on the way back, and just brush out the negative energies through your hand. Under your hand, through your fingers. Then we do the other side, same way. Then we move to our stomach, and we rub it like this. Kind of get everything flowing there, because we have a lot of internal organs and muscles that need to work here. We do the same thing, but I usually rub the back of my hand, because for our backs it's going to be easier to use the back of our hand. And I'll show you. We rub our lower back like this, in circles, on the top of our tushy even. And then we do the same thing for our legs. I'll show you what I do. Kind of spread your legs a little bit. And then rub again, like with the hands outside, and this time inside. Go out, down on the outside. This inside, and same thing on the other leg. Like this. So you can try and take a moment and breathe and see if you feel your body a little more awakened or tingling or any other kind of feeling. And then we start with all our joints. So we'll start with our neck. So we look to the side and the other side. Now make sure you do this slowly so you don't get any cramps or any muscles pulled. The same thing we do like this. Stretch this side of the neck. And then down. And when you look up, don't push your head back. Just look up gently and with your mouth open and breathe. And then we do everything. You can do everything I do a few more times. I'm just doing it to show you, so I can't do the whole thing. I only have 10 minutes from YouTube. Now we do the circle, and again, when we look up, our mouth is a little bit open. And the other side. Always do the other side as well. Now we move to our shoulders. You probably do this even without me suggesting it. But it's good to make sure you do it every morning because it helps with the joints to feel all warmed up and lubricated. And then we do the same thing with our elbows. So you can either do it one hand at a time, like so, and use the other hand to support your elbow. Or you can do it both at the same time, like this. And always do it to the other side as well. Then we do our wrists. And the other side. Make sure you don't forget. Now this is one of my favorite parts. We do the fingers. So we start with our thumbs. And the other side. Always do both sides for the joints. And then with this finger and the other side. Every finger you need to do. And this is my fourth finger. And my pinky. And then you just do this a little bit for all the small joints in your fingers that we didn't warm up yet. And now what we have is doing our legs. So I'll show you. You can do this part sitting down, but I'm going to show you what I do. You do the same thing with your fingers on your toes, like so. Usually do this sitting down. And then you do your wrists, which are cracking. Each joint I have is cracking when I warm it up, like so. And then you do your knee. You can, while sitting, you can hold your legs, so it's easier to just move the knee and do it both sides, both directions. And with my hip also, which is one of my most sensitive points, go both directions. And I really usually do this sitting down, because this leg is really tired now. You do it with both legs, obviously. But I don't have that much time, so I'll just do it quickly. Just so I feel balanced. So, this. And the other side. Whew. Okay. So that was quite the warm-up. Another thing you can do is with the face. You can, like we did with warming our hands and then rubbing all over our skin, you can also do it with the face and your eyebrows and your nose and below your eyes, like this. Your jaw. For all of us with Team J who have this pain in the jaw, it's also good to rub it a little bit in the morning. Everywhere. It really helps. Ooh, I feel all awake and tingly. Anyway, I'll see you next time. I hope you have a pain-free weekend. And I do hope you come back and visit. And I hope you try the Qigong warm-up and let me know how you did and if it helps. And I think it helps at the time, and also I think it will help you in the long run, because I think that's what helps me. So that's it. Bye guys. To save me, come on.